Welcome, Cancer. This is Regina Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your May new moon reading, which is actually a solar eclipse occurring on April 30th in early Taurus, conjuncting Uranus, which is also in Taurus. So solar eclipses give us more conscious power of our present circumstances as we create our future moving forward, as opposed to a lunar eclipse, which focuses more on our past behaviors or actions. And this particular new moon solar eclipse is allowing us to gently, creatively, but in fresh and unexpected ways, playful ways, to make changes that we have gleaned and learned from as we have been exploring the past several months, for some of us several years of deep soul work, where we have looked at our patterns of behavior, those patterns that have perhaps held us back, restricted us from pursuing or obtaining those things that we deeply desire. So I've already laid out the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot cards. I'll clarify with an African Tarot, and I will finish off with an Oracle deck. If you enjoy these readings, please like and subscribe to my channel. And I thank all of you Cancers who are so responsive to my readings. I appreciate all of the love and support that you do give me. Let's get started with an overall card, the Temperance. The Temperance is titled The Grand Alchemist in a former deck I had many, many decades ago. It was an Egyptian deck that was published early on by the Brotherhood of Light. The Grand Alchemist really emphasized the work of the Temperance card, refining our base instincts into the spiritual gold of our higher nature. And this is eternal work. Of course, the metaphor of the alchemist is that this was a back and forth chemical process, which very much reflects the nature of the healing process in our own lives. There is an eternal balancing of external events, resources, opportunities, and the internal desires, needs, and aspirations of us as individuals. Those grow, those get balanced, and we refine our nature as we continue through our experiences, underlining this as a tremendously powerful healing experience for you at this time. In early May, we have the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Two of Swords. Cancer, I feel you very much in a state of high anxiety, and this is ironically perhaps part of a trigger of the tremendous work that you've been doing to evaluate your own responsibility in those events, those failures or disappointments you've experienced. You are very much almost unable to turn off this process of churning, sifting through your past experiences, former behaviors, communication that was unfortunate, actions you took that may have led to a different direction, clearly in ways that can no longer be changed, but it's almost as though your capacity to observe your behaviors throughout your life, even as you're cultivating that ability in the present time, is difficult for you to turn off. It's difficult for you to find a release. And in some ways, you are painting a crossroads opportunity that is more limited more avoidant of opportunities than truly exist for you. And this is suggesting that you're looking at particular things, betrayals, failures, successes, and you're avoiding the other aspect of these experiences. So, of your many past experiences that you're exploring, I'm absolutely certain that it was not contained with absolute failure, disappointment, or heartbreak. However, that's what you're seeing right now. And I do believe legitimately you're looking at these things as a way to figure out what you learn. You're trying to gain the lessons from that. You're trying to recognize the gifts of that. And unfortunately, you must allow yourselves to look at your past actions and attitudes, the plans that you are even creating as we speak, in a way that looks more holistically at your experience, does not look at a decision that you are on the verge of making or that you will be called to make by assessing these negative experiences, but rather allowing yourself to look at the entire context of your choices, the entire landscape, the information that is all around and outside of the decision or the choice before you. As we move into the second week of May, we have the Awakening card or Judgment, the Spirit or King of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. My goodness, well, it certainly has changed. So you have an 8, a 9, and a 10 here. This is indicating that your ruminations, once you allow yourself to respond to the call, on the traditional Rider-Waite deck, there is an archangel blowing a trumpet. It might be Michael, and the newly reborn figures are standing up in their coffins. This is really about you answering the call or recognizing your purpose, recognizing what your contribution is to the planet, to your loved ones, to your community, to yourself, to others. And this is allowing you to recognize that events that were disappointments in the past that did not reach their potential are now you are now perfectly capable of doing them over. They may not be in the same guise with the same people with the same work opportunities, but they are a chance for you to get something that failed in the past, something critical or significant that did not work out, that was a major disappointment that you still have difficulty letting go of. You have the opportunity to get it right this time, to move forward, to meet its full potential. And one of the important messages of the Awakening card or the Judgment card is that it is a redemption. In other words, it's never too late. So this is really gaining you confidence. The Spirit of Wands, rather than the King of Wands, indicates your mastery of growth opportunities, your ability now to recognize all the potential in these disappointing experiences of the past, all the ruminating, anxiety, worry, and doubt about the way things turned out, the actions you or others made, has been turned over, completely turned over, so that you now recognize that these were, in fact, gifts to you that have created the opportunities before you, contributing to this tremendous legacy that you are a part of as a part of the legacy, you are part of its creation and its regeneration. You are realizing this wealth building, this abundance, this prosperity, this material comfort that has been given to you, that is part of your inheritance, is also a built-in part of your legacy that you, by participating in it, continue to generate it for others. And in the middle of May, we have the Five of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Monarch, or the Emperor card. We all are processing the various ways in which we cope with our losses, our failures, our disappointments, our disillusionment in life. The Five of Cups is indicating that the process of grieving becomes comfortable sometimes. We even can romanticize it and romanticize the opportunities in the past that we lost. However, the Two of Cups indicates that despite the losses, despite the grieving of the losses, the remorse, the sadness even that we can sometimes cultivate, what remains, the Two of Cups, remains to be the most important and valuable resources that you are available to. And the Two of Cups represents the power of connection. This power of connection is the healing power of love. It is the ability for you to recognize and connect deeply with your authentic self so that you have cultivated a relationship to a higher, better potential for yourself in your life. This is the basis of your relationships so that you are appreciating your partnerships in a new way that doesn't need to discard those that you recognize are sometimes not working in your best interest, or but to recognize and see the deep connection, to accept the gifts of our relationships, of our challenges, and to move more confidently with greater connection, therefore more successfully towards the things that we desire. The Monarch, or the Emperor in the traditional decks, is really about the control you are feeling in your life. Clearly, there is so much we don't control. However, as you've learned, as you've come through this very difficult and challenging review of the challenges in your life, the opportunity to learn from the many challenges and obstacles you've faced has gained you, again, this tremendous confidence and sovereignty over your own life. This is ultimate responsibility and authority for you. This means that you are aware and conscious of the choices you make, the opportunities you step, and you are experienced with manifesting and realizing those opportunities in your life in a concrete form. Others look to you for your rulership of self, and this helps you to understand that manifestation is simply a process of doing the work. I'm going to clarify the Spirit of Wands in the center of your deck with the African Tarot, and that is clarified by the Six of Swords and the Page of Swords. So the emphasis here is on learning to learn anew, learning to be inspired, and continuing on this healing journey that you are on. Very much symbolized by the Temperance card, but in our concrete daily world, this means gaining some relief from some peace from the challenges and struggles you've experienced. You are in your efforts to move away from difficulty and challenges. This can actually be you traveling, moving to a new home, or just getting respite, taking a vacation. This allows you to not only get peace and resolution, but it allows you to accept these challenges as a part of what has created your current resources and capacity, your current ability to move through all challenges and to bring with you this discernment that is necessary at every step of the way. So you are recognizing that you are a beginner now, anew, in discriminating between those opportunities that are best for you and those that are not. You are attuning your ability to perceive and cut through the veil of illusion and confusion so that you can find inspiration in the most difficult and challenging of circumstances. I'm going to finish off this reading, Cancer, with an oracle card, and hope that you're finding this reading useful and enjoyable so that you will like and subscribe to my channel. This beautiful card I've pulled is an ametrine, and the key word is intuition. I'm fully aligned with my intuition. I trust this powerful wisdom to guide me. I'm going to leave it here, Cancer, and thank you for your time and attention. Until next time, Namaste.